Welcome back, brothers, to yet another episode here on the Oshay Vlogcast channel. I'm your man, Oshay Duke Jackson. It's good to see you, brothers, man, as you're coming into the live stream. I really appreciate you, brothers. In fact, those of you who are going to be watching the restream, hey, thank you for watching. Sit back, hit the like button. And today I'm back with another one of my good YouTube buddies, man. He's a great YouTuber, and I would say somewhat of an expert on tonight's topic. You guys know him. We did another show. Last show we did was a few months ago, back in December when I was in Ukraine. And this is the one, the only one of my favorite channels here on YouTube, the Andrew26101 channel, also known as The Show, also known as Cognac. What's going on with you, fam?
What's up, brother? You know how it is. Just chilling out here.
Are you sipping on that shit right now, nigga?
On that shit right here,
on
nigga.
The sky, boy. Don't hurt him, man. Don't hurt him, man. We gonna have a good show for you, brothers, tonight, man.
Yo, you see when you see that skull right there? You see that skull? That's danger right there.
Oh, shit.
Motherfuckers ain't ready.
Yeah, we're gonna get shit popping. So, guys, if you're coming into the show, man, appreciate you all tonight. This is a thing that we want to talk about, man. And tonight's show has to deal with Dominican women. Do Dominican women make good wives? Me and you, before the show, we were going back and forth about what should the title be, how should the title be, and all this shit. So, but let me ask you this, bro, because I first found you on YouTube based off a video about the Dominican experience. Kind of let everybody know, number one, like, you know, who you are and how you started the little traveling thing to Dominican Republic.
Well, first of all, my name is Andrew26101, Show, also known as Cognac. You know the deal. I don't know if you went ahead and told people that I got two channels out there right now. I got the live stream Andrew26101 Show, which I do live stream shows. Due to copyrights with YouTube, I can't do live streams on my regular channel, which is the Andrew26101 Show. So I got two channels out there. So you guys out there, go ahead and subscribe.
Yeah, and we'll promote those during the show. They're in the description, but we'll definitely get those both out there.
Definitely appreciate that, homie. So what made me started going to the DR? I guess what it was is what got me going into traveling, I should say, especially DR, I should say, because I've been traveling before I went to DR. I was traveling to different countries. But what got my interest in going to the DR was one time I was talking to a friend that was actually from the Dominican Republic. And he was just showing me pictures of the women in his country. So I was just like, oh shit, these women are bad as fuck. So it was the first time ever that I've seen a different type of exotic looking women that look kind of black, but they were Spanish looking, but they have like the curvy bodies and, you know, and not just that, but I mean, it wasn't just the woman, but it was just the culture, the ethnicity, and just how the well-being and how the people are well put together, family-like and shit. So, I mean, that kind of sparked my interest. So I was just like, all right, you know what? Before I do plan a trip on going there, I want to go ahead and do my extensive research first. So before I went there, I did meet a travel buddy off of she was like a pen pal. It's my first time going to DR. So when we started talking, we started chopping it up, talking, gotten to know each other. We was on some cool level, friendly type shit. So my first time going to DR was when I went to Santo Domingo. Now, just like anywhere else, it's nerve-wracking because you're in a foreign country. You're hearing all these rumors on like, oh, you got to be careful out there. You got to check in your chain. You got to watch out for people trying to rob you and stuff. So the thing about it is, man, when I was there, I didn't feel like I was an outcaster. I felt like I was just one of those people. You know what I'm saying? Because there were people there that wore fitted hats like I do. Okay. You know what I'm saying? There was people out there who wear chains like I do, who wear Jordans, who wear sneakers, who that country, I should say, okay, they very much like to adapt their style to the Americanized culture, especially to African culture. They're very in tune in Black culture, urban culture. So, yeah. So, I mean, when you see women out here with, you know, fake booties and asses and titties and shit. I mean, most of those women or people, I should say, well, women particularly, a lot of them will fly over to DR, believe it or not. There's a lot of American women
Yeah, it's true.
that actually fly to the Dominican Republic to
Yeah.
get butt implants because it's cheap. Tattoos are cheap. Surgeries get out there is cheap. And they have the best doctors in the world when it comes out to that, especially in Brazil too as well. But you know, but yeah, I mean that's what kind of sparked my whole interest in going to DR in the first place is because I met a friend who was originally from out there and he showed me pictures. So I was like, all right, fuck it, let me go ahead and give it a shot.
All right, let me ask you this. Now, at that particular time, I know that you live in Florida. Who the fuck
Yeah.
is calling me right now?
Uh-oh.
Steve. Hold on a second. Now, that's my boy Steve the Dean. Shout out to the Dean. But let me ask you this. Now, were you living in New York at the time? Or were you living at in Florida?
I was in New York at the time when I flew out there to DR for the first time.
Okay. So let me ask you this. So you was in New York. Now the flights to go into, New York to the DR are like rather cheap, right?
It just depends on the season. It depends on when you travel out there. I mean, if you're traveling throughout the course of the season, say, if you're the type of guy to travel like maybe around October, November, September time,
Okay.
right after the holidays, just right after that season, the summer season, you're going to get your airline tickets for cheap because most people are not traveling around those times. Most people are going back to school. That's the time I like to travel.
Okay.
I think that's the best time to travel. You avoid all those goddamn tourists you got to deal with. It's a lot less people. And like I said, prices, airline tickets are cheap. Finding places to stay are cheap. Usually when I travel, I usually do a website called Airbnb.
Okay.
I don't really do the hotel thing. It just really depends. But if I'm like by the beach side or I usually just rent out houses or condos. I mean, they're pretty much around. You can get yourself a nice 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom apartment, maybe for like maybe 60, anywhere between maybe 50, between $50 and $80 a night. So it's very much equivalent to staying at a hotel. But it's just I don't know. I like the freedom. I like the space. I like the fact that I could. Especially if you're a single man, you're living that single life, you can bring women in and out of your place whenever you want. And you don't have to worry about hotel restriction rules because some hotels out there won't allow you to bring chicas inside. So.
Okay. Let me just do this real quick. Shout out to my man, Blake 1980, man. Thank you for the $20 PayPal, brother. I appreciate you, fam. Always supporting the show. But here's what I want to know, because I know that basically you had the little travel situation going on. But you were dating American. I'm sorry.
No, I got some people in here too. I want to give a shout out to Drake and shout out to Joseph as well. They would just give me some shouts. But go ahead, man. I'm listening to you.
All right, cool. Shout out to my man Steve the Dean. You guys know the home of the Brother Pill podcast is on this channel. Let me just talk to you about this, fam, because you had some issues, or not some issues, some concerns before we was even going to Dominican Republic. I know you travel extensively to other places, Singapore. I know you've been to Malta. You've been a lot of different places, Costa Rica, and the like. But what was your problem that you were having dating American women? Because you made a lot of videos with like some pretty bad experiences with American women in the dating scenes. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, I'm part of the men's rights activist movement. I do represent that movement. And during that movement, we as brothers as a hood, we've pretty much had a lot of discussions on travel. We talked about a lot of the we talked about society and how America is in the dating scene for men, not just for black men, but just for men, period, on how the culture difference is so different from foreign women. Now, I wasn't really into the whole foreign experience until I started having bad experiences with American women.
Okay.
As far as, dating wise. I mean, everything started from like when I was in grade school, you know, from growing up to being that kid that was trying to get attention from women and going through high school and going through grade school and trying to be the most popular kid. I felt like as a man, you're always in competingness for women's attention. You know, it all starts up from middle school to going to high school, to trying to get a woman for a date for a prom, to go to homecoming, to even try to get a date, to even to the real world when you're trying to socially connect with women. I feel like there's always a disconnection between men and women when it comes down to the dating scene in America. I think that women think on two different levels when it comes down to dating compared to men. And there's always been this missing link in traditional values that I've always been trying to look for in American women, and I could never find it. From going after failures of dates, from doing the traditional roles as I was taught from my mother, to open doors for a female, give a woman flowers, respect a woman, you know, compliment a woman on her looks, saying all the things you have to say just to get a date. But when you actually do all that stuff and you actually get the date, what are the rewards at the end of the day? Is there a possibility that this girl will like you? Is there a possibility of this? Will you end up seeing this girl again? There's been times where women stood me up on dates. There's been times where I got flaky ass numbers. Okay. There's been times where women will hook me up with their friend and they end up being about 600 pounds.
I gotta make a video on that shit too.
Yeah. There's been times where even my own homies, you know, my own homies will have a badass chick with them. And the next minute he will hook me up with her girl's best friend. And that girl looked like Freddie Jackson and shit. And you say to yourself, like, really, nigga? Like, look at your girl. But you go hook me up with something like that's the type of respect that a lot of American men get. But besides the point, okay, it's just it goes beyond just dating. Okay, it's to do with social society and what's going on with feminism, with the Me Too movement, with the harassment. You can't look at a girl this way. You can't say certain things to women because women will get ultra offensive. It's got to the point that back in the days, okay, I've made videos before with stories of women in the workforce and how if you compliment a woman on her looks or you say certain things, she could turn around and say, you know what? I feel very threatened by you. I feel harassed. You know, if you can't even give a woman a compliment these days. I go overseas. I don't even have to give a woman a compliment. I just look at her and she smiles. These women today don't even look at you. They just have this stone cold look and just keep walking, especially, you know, those really attractive American women, you know how they are. So, I mean, you could just look at a woman, even acknowledge her, even give her a smile, even look at her. First thing she wants to do is just keep on walking. She don't want to even acknowledge you whatsoever. It doesn't even matter how you look. You could be the most drop-dead, good-looking, gorgeous-looking guy in the world. She ain't going to stop and break her neck for you because at the end of the day, she looks at it like this. I can get dick anytime I want. When it comes down to pussy, dudes got to work extra hard for it. Just like today's society. Nightclubs. You go into nightclubs. Women get in free. They got a free admission before 11 o'clock for women. What about for men? Nope. Okay, buy one, get two drinks. All right? You go to a bar or you go into a club. You got to stay in a long-ass line before you even get to the bar. Then when you get to the bar, you got to stand in a long line. Then when you finally get your drink, your cup of ice is like this. You got a cup of ice. You know what I'm talking about, right? You got you got a cup, right, with some liquor. Your fucking cup got ice, like a gallon of ice in that motherfucker. This much liquor and goddamn this much juice. How the fuck are you supposed to feel nice off of that? But check this out though. The women will keep on drinking all free through the night. But here's a lot of things that a lot of bartenders don't tell you, because I know bartenders personally, and they tell me this shit too, that they give women extra amount of liquor to get fucked up more than they do for the men. Because here's the thing, women draw money. Women are a marketing machine. Look at society. Oshay, right now, I know you have a lot of views as it is already, but let's just face it. If you would have put up a picture of a badass bitch on your cover, your views will go off the roof. You know what I'm saying? That's like for anybody. It's or if there's a fine looking chick, like I've been through videos before with women, okay, and on YouTube, and they put out the most stupidest shit in the world, and you just scratch your head like, how the fuck you got 1 million views, bitch? Like, okay, you got some fake titties, you got some silicone face and shit, like, you know, the injection bubble lips and shit, but at the same time, she's got nothing to offer. She's not saying anything.
Right.
But that's kind of like the same thing that goes on in the dating society. Women don't really offer too much for men. What do they offer besides them giving you sex?
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for sex, what do we really want out of women?
Let me ask you this real quick. So you haven't. I'm echoing a little bit.
Are you echoing?
Yeah, I'm echoing a little bit. Let me ask you this.
Know.
So you were noticing, like, you know, now in America, did you find it like more harder or more difficult to, let's say, attract a more attractive female than it was in places overseas?
Yeah. I mean, I could get attractive women over here, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But the thing about it is, I feel like from America compared to being overseas is that when you're in America, I just think that men are very limited to so many options in the dating scene compared to being overseas. Yeah, you got your hoes, you got your sluts, you got good women out there, but you don't know who are the hoes and who are the sluts these days. And it seems like, especially with today's society, that everybody wants to play the bad girl role, and everybody wants to be a slut or a thought. Because I mean, just look at society. Look what everything that's going on TV today. You know what I'm saying? Who do we got to look up to? Who do these girls looking up to these days as a role model? Cardi B. But I feel like when I travel overseas, I feel like I get the best of both worlds. Now, if I want a slut, I can get one over here and I can get one over there.
Okay.
And I feel like if I want a relationship with an attractive woman, I feel like my chances are greater over there than they are over here. Because I feel like for men, there's more opportunities.
Let me ask you this, because I have a brother in the chat. He says that he had a Dominican wife, and we're getting to the point. But now he also says, like, the women in the Dominican Republic, they're only nice or are agreeable because you have money and they don't. What's your take on that?
It depends on the type of women you're talking to.
Okay.
Ask him exactly where did he meet his woman? Was it in Sosua? Was it in the tourist areas?
Okay. He can comment that in a second. Let me ask you this though, because I can say this. I just came back from Uganda, right?
Okay.
And I mean, Uganda, they had absolutely no money, right? But the women were not nice. But I mean, okay, I can see you getting preferential treatment because you have money. And I think, like, when I was in Uganda, that, like, necessarily wasn't the case. You know what I mean? Not that I was going there for that. And don't get me wrong, I guess you could get prostitutes in Uganda, but
you get prostitutes anywhere, bro.
Yeah,
anywhere, even in America.
Yeah, I can honestly say that as far as day-to-day interaction, the women in Poland were even more nicer than the women in Uganda, and the women in Poland have much more money than the women in Uganda. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I want to talk about this because, you know, at some point you started dating a woman there in Dominican Republic. Now let's kind of get to that because that's what the topic of today's shows. Do Dominican women make good wives? The woman that you are now engaged to, what made her so much different than the other women that you were dealing with in Dominican Republic?
Oh wow, I've got a lot. Got a lot of things to say. Oh, by the way, you know, as we are doing this video, you know, we're gonna have a special type of troll of mine who's been trolling me in your videos. I don't know if you're aware of the Chem 123 guy.
Yeah,
yeah, he has a habit of hating black men for making videos, but fuck him anyways. Well, I'll tell you this. What makes her different? Well, number one is I met her off of a website called Dominican Cupid. Okay. And strongly suggest a lot of men to go on that website, DominicanCupid.com or Latin American Cupid. You can definitely meet good, interesting women there. You can go through their profiles, you can go by their filter. I've traveled to DR many times. I've traveled to many countries many times, and I've dealt with different types of women of all different colors, beautiful women, exotic women of all colors, shapes, and sizes, and all that. But look, what separates her differently is because of, I wouldn't necessarily just say the hospitality, because I've had good hospitality before too. Is the fact that I felt more at ease and I wasn't haunted down for money. Now, Dominican women have a issue when it comes down to that, and you're going to find that on those websites too, which is a red flag. The moment she starts to ask for money, first thing they go hit you with I need money to go to school, I need money to buy my books, or I need to get my phone. I gotta get my phone on, and I need $100. They'll hit you up with $100 or $125 when you know this bitch is wearing like a Gucci shirt and shit like that, and she got an iPad at home. Like, bitch, do you you really think you need $100? I don't even have Gucci. Fuck out of here. But shit like that. It's just the way that you will know. You would know. There's a thing in Spanish that it's called chapeadora.
Okay.
Chapeadora is when they chop you. They chop you for money. Chapeadoras are women that try to prey on American men who are foreign, and they know they have money, but they'll use their charm to get money out of you. Now, there's women out there. There's certain areas where these women will go out there and play, just like there's certain areas in Punta Cana, Santo Domingo, and especially Sosua. So a lot of these men that are having these bad experiences, you really need to do your research on these women.
Okay.
Look at their profiles and look at what do they do for a living? What type of occupations? That's the problem with a lot of men too, especially with these dating websites. They look too much into the physical beauty of what a woman has to offer than actually read their profile and see exactly what do they have to offer. It's all about, what does she have to bring to the table? See, my woman is like this. She worked at a bar. Okay. She had her own place by herself. Okay. She had her own apartment. She was paying $100 a month on an apartment. Shit, I wish I was paying that much for an apartment.
Me too.
But the thing is, she lived in a very poor conditions. It's a very poor area in Santiago. Dominican Republic is a third world country. There's a lot of poor areas out there, and women are trying to survive. And you really wouldn't understand until you actually experience being in there and interacting with the people and dealing with the culture itself to know the humbleness. And that's what made me respect the women so much out there, no matter what, because it's like they have nothing and they still have that humbleness to them, and they're so beautiful too, but they have no money and they grew up having nothing.
Okay.
And they want to have something in life. So it's like when they have something that's value, they treasure it. Just like when American man is around them, they treasure it because they know he's valued. Okay. Now, you do got some out there that will use men for their money. Don't get me wrong, but it just depends on where you're looking at for these type of women.
Okay. Let me ask you this. And guys, for those of you who want to subscribe to Andrew26101's channels, they're in the description. Both his main channel and his live channel is there. So let's go ahead and subscribe to him there. Get the likes up. We got 146 people watching right now. I know it's a late show, like almost midnight in some parts of the United States, but let's go ahead and do that. Let me ask you this. Okay, tell me, was there any other girls that you had thought about possibly having a relationship with, other Dominican girlfriends? There was a story I heard you talk about a girlfriend that you had, and she broke up with you, and then her aunt tried to ask you for some money. Let's tell that story. That was a classic story. I remember you telling before.
Oh,
I love that story, dog.
Oh shit, you bring me down to memory lane, man.
Let's go down memory lane real quick.
What's up?
Let's talk about that story, because that was a very interesting story, bro.
Oh man. Oh yeah. Well, there's this chick that I was dating one time, and I was doing some experiment, and I actually got into a relationship with her. She's from Dominican Republic, and come to find out, Yeah, she was just trying to play the whole Western Union game on my motherfucking ass. You know what I mean? She's trying to get some money out of me. I did help her out, and yeah, I played the simp for a little bit. Everybody kind of get caught up into that fucking role. It happens, but you live and you learn. So from me being in a relationship with her and I found out what she was all about, we ended up breaking up. You should say we ended up breaking up. I ended up cutting her off.
Okay.
So when I stopped fucking with her, her aunt tried to get on to me saying, hey, if you come over here, I'll give you some pussy and shit. And, all I need is just some money, just help me out. You don't have to worry about her. Just give me some money. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this shit? Is this a joke? So I'm getting it, and this is on WhatsApp too. I suggest, hey, if you're ever going to talk to women from overseas too, download that app, WhatsApp. It's free calling. Yeah, it's free calling. Free live streaming, so you can talk to these women. You can do live video chats and phone chats with these women and get to know them very well. So when you go over there, you're good. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much what happened with that incident. I really, honestly, I can't really remember too much of that, to be honest with you. But yeah, I was pretty much a done deal, man.
Let me ask you this: like the women that you were meeting when you were going to the Dominican Republic, were there any other women that you thought like maybe you might have a long-term relationship with?
Oh yeah, it was like 2 of them, bro.
Okay, what happened with the other 2?
Let me see. One of them I was dating for quite some time. But the thing about it is, though, I never really took it seriously because I was playing out there too. I was talking to, you gotta understand, I was on my single mode, like any man was. I was a fat kid in the candy shop, man. I mean, I was just looking at so many different goddamn flavors of beautiful women. You can't. It's just you got to go there for yourself, man, to really experience it. But it's very hard. Honestly, I couldn't live in DR. I really couldn't. If I'm in a relationship, I couldn't be in DR because I would cheat every day. I would. There ain't no lie to it. I would. It would be hard. That's why I'm glad I'm over here with my chick. I ain't got to worry about it because there ain't nothing but a bunch of fat, ugly American women out here, anyways, around where I am. So I don't give a fuck. But anyways, regarding to that, that relationship that ended because what fucking happened? Oh, she had a boyfriend on the side, and she was in between relationships with her and her man,
Okay.
and her man was in the military services. Okay. He was stationed in Italy. So he would come back to DR every now and then and go see her. So I guess they got back together or something like that. I don't know the whole deal with that, but I never really got the chance to really spend time with her anyways because I was too busy kind of doing my thing. So I mean, it is what it is. And we kind of just went our own way. I mean, she'll hit me up from time to time just to see how I'm doing and stuff like that. But I mean, whatever. I mean, it's the thing is, though, when it comes down to DR women or any type of women being in foreign distant land, the dating option pool for men, honestly, it's like maybe 50 to 60 women to each guy. And these are very attractive, gorgeous looking women. So
Okay.
it's like even if things don't work out with one chick, it's like you have so much value. You don't even understand it, man. You have so much value as being an American man being over there. So it's like, if one girl isn't interested in me or shit don't work out, shit, I got all the fucking women out there that I could go to. So she knows it.
Okay. Did you ever like meet the other 2 chicks that you were dealing with? Like the first one, who tried to hook up with you. Did you ever hook up with her? Like, did you ever meet her?
Well, I mean, my first chick that I met foreign was in England. I didn't.
I mean, in the DR.
Oh, and just in DR. The first chick I didn't end up meeting. We were kind of just like on a social network. We met off of Dominican Cupid. We were talking for a little bit. That didn't work out. Second chick I did meet, and we saw each other from time to time. That relationship ended up being more based on, well, everything was good at first, but then it turned into sour when it was more based on money issues. When it got to the point where I was helping her out, taking care of her while I was over there because she was helping me out, and whatever. She took care of me when I was out there. She'll cook, she'll clean for me, and all that other shit. She'll take me around. She didn't even care if I was talking to other women either. She was bi, so she liked the females as well, which was kind of strange and weird. But hey, it is what it is.
You do a
It was a
threesome?
roller coaster, man. With her? Oh yeah. I was man. Look, man, threesomes and all that, man. That's nothing, bro. That's just regular shit, bro. Like over here, when you're in America, it's like a big deal. It's kind of like smoking. It's like fucking smoking ganja and shit. But when you go over there, like in Costa Rica, when I was out there, I was smoking that shit right there on the beach, man. Everybody was just chilling, having a good time, man. Women were out there. You see some women topless and shit. Like it was just normal, dude. Like nobody gave a fuck. Everybody, it was just a lot of peaceful energy, man. I loved it. It's really a man's paradise being overseas, man. It really is. It's when you go over there and you have a taste of being over there, even Dominican Republic on the beach, or being in Costa Rica where I've been to, or any other places, man. You come back with a different type of it's like you're more focused and more driven on trying to do things, and you respect people like a lot more, and you're like, damn, like those women are so humble, bro. They're so humble out there. Like I said, the first time when I traveled to DR, when I went to a restaurant, caught me by surprise. I sat down and I asked the waitress, yeah, can I get an El Presidente, which is a beer?
Mm-hmm.
And I ordered some shrimp and some white rice and black beans. No. I'm sorry. No, I didn't order it. I ordered some chicken, some fried chicken, and some white rice and black beans, which is called roip en pollo, which is like rice and black beans and shit in Spanish. So I sat down there and had me an El Presidente, and I was drinking and eating food and shit. Next minute, I got Shorty coming through. Don't even know this girl, from a can of paint. Never seen her in my life. She came down, okay? Came down the stairs, because there's like when you walk inside a bar, there's like a upstairs, because most of these people, they have these little these little shops out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then upstairs would be like their house, like it's like an apartment, kind of like a building type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like upstairs would be their house, and when they walk downstairs will be their business, their little restaurant. So one of the girls came down, which happens to be the owner's daughter. So she came by and she sat right next to me, grabbed my beer and wrapped a napkin around my beer and gave it to me. And she grabbed the beer out the fridge. Fucking fine, sexy looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, sexy brown looking thing. So I'm like sitting down, like, God damn. So she comes next to me and we click each other's beer. We say cheers. And she starts talking to me in Spanish. And I'm like, por mi español un poco. No hablo mucho español. Mucho hablo inglés. ¿Tú hablo inglés, sí? And she says, yeah, I speak English and blah, 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 blah. Like, oh, shit. I'm like, all right, cool. So we started chopping it up. Her English wasn't that great, but we started chopping it up. We started talking and everything like that. But it was just amazing. It was just an amazing experience. Next minute, we spoke, and she's like, yeah, I like to go out. I like to dance. Like, I have a good time. I'm like, okay, so you want to get together tonight? Because I might be going out. Yeah, no problem. You have any friends? I got friends for you too. We can all go out together. I'm like, what the fuck? This is the first time I've been to DR.
Now, was this in Sosua? Was this in Sosua or Santo Domingo?
No. This was in Santo Domingo.
Okay.
So when I was out there, I was like, all right, cool. Next minute, that night, she came with about maybe like 5 of her friends, and one of my American buddies at the time, he was in the Navy. He was out there, so it was just him, and like 5 of the women. So we partied it up, man. We drank, and it was good times, man. It was good times.
All right, let me do this. So guys, for those that we have 171 people watching right now. Y'all know how we do on this channel, man. Get the likes up, all right? I ain't been a minute since I've been on this particular channel because I've been hustling on the other one. But y'all Negroes know how we do over here. Get the likes up, right? It's my 3rd stream. It's actually 5 in the morning, and it's my 3rd stream today. I might not be online tomorrow at all due to the fact I had to get all of these streams out the way.
You're a hardworking man out there, man. You busting your ass out there, man. I'm getting
I already
jealous.
promised you we was going to do a show, and then I ran into the other dude. So I'm trying. The reason why I'm doing them so many is because I'm trying to get all of these streams out of the way. I'm still like 50 streams behind with other people. So
hey, did you ever see the pictures of the women I was chilling with, man? Inside the apartment with the two women.
Yeah, I saw that on your Patreon.
Yeah, the one with the big ass and shit. Yeah, man, I took that picture. I was in an apartment, man, and we just had a good time, bro. Like, it's man. Let me tell you something. It's a man's paradise, bro.
let me ask you this, dog, because all right, so when you did this, all right, and you was getting all this, certain things. Started with these chicks, right? These chicks, in comparison with the American chicks, man, like the Dominican chicks, did you end up smashing that chick? I mean, the one that was like, showing you all that love.
No, I didn't smash her. And the reason why I didn't do that is because I pretty much went to DR at the time by myself, and I was new to the island. So from there on out, I've traveled around. I went to Santiago, I went to Puerto Plata, and I was just a new explorer to the island.
Okay.
I found a woman that, excuse me, I found a woman that speaks English that can communicate with me. So that right there is a queen of diamonds, or an ace of spades, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to keep that in my back pocket because there's not too many women out there that speaks English.
Let's talk about that again, because that was very smart. Like, how important was it for you to keep somebody that speaks English with you and not actually smash them? But how important was that for you?
It was very important because that got me access to other women.
Okay.
Because when you're on a good side with a female, what I do is I break off with a little bit of piece of something, a little cash. She's showing me around the island. She introduced me to other women. I'm smashing other women. I'm having a good time. It's my single mode. Why not? Are you single out there? Have fun. That's what life is all about, having fun. I was meeting different types of women. Guess what? She put in the word for me. She was my personal translator.
Mm-hmm.
I got the most beautiful, beautiful set of women. I'm talking about, hey, man. You ever see that girl, Takiri or whatever, that Dominican chick that Joe Buttons was smashing?
No, I've never seen her before, I don't think.
Okay, well, you look her up, man. I was smashing girls like her, bro. Fat asses, big booties, and everything. Like, I mean, just unbelievable. Shit. I mean, I was smashing bitches that niggas over here in America would get jealous over. Mm-hmm. They would be so fucking jealous. And the fucking troll nerd too, that's always making videos. I mean, he's about to make this motherfucking video about us, man.
He's about to, yeah.
Nigga. Yeah, we black, we still smashing Spanish bitches. We don't give a fuck, nigga.
Let me talk to you about this, man, because like I said, I just came back from Uganda, and what I've noticed, man, is like the women over there, they don't like believe in like really serving the men all like that. I think that's like I honestly think like African women are actually, in my opinion, I think they're the worst when it comes to like respecting men or serving men. Like I think they're even worse than African American women, from my experience.
Oh, Uganda.
Yeah, African women, bro. Like like for the most.
Well, let me. I just want to cut you off real quick.
Go ahead.
Because I mean, I want you to get back into your African story because I'm really intrigued by this because I've never been to Africa. Mm-hmm. So when like a person like you who's been to Africa and that other side of the continent, that other side of the world, that's mm-hmm. very intriguing to me because I want to learn more about that. But I just want to just cut you off a little bit, just for a little second, because when I went to Costa Rica, mm-hmm. I gotta say this too, compared to DR, there is a color boundary thing going on where in that country, they're not used to black men or black people being there. Now, I'm not saying they wouldn't fuck with black men because I did fuck with some Costa Rican women. Obviously, there's a lot out there, but there are more Nicaraguan women out there than there are Costa Rican women in Costa Rica, which is crazy. But in Costa Rica, there was varieties of different types of women, which I love very much because you have Brazilian women there, you have Dominican women there, you have Nicaraguan, you have Panamanian. It's like an all-star place mm-hmm. for the Latin region.
Okay.
That's why I love about Costa Rica. That's why I kind of favor that more than DR because of my experience. But DR is nice too, don't get me wrong. It's very beautiful out there. But it's like if you go into DR, you're just specifically going to get just DR women because of where you're at. But there are some Venezuelan women that are taking over the market over there, especially in Sosua, when it comes down to the, the pimping thoughtology game out there, because there's a lot of thoughty ass Venezuelan women out there in Sosua right now. And a lot of Dominican women are very jealous because you're talking about women that have different sets of bodies. These women are bad as fuck, though. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. They're fucking fine as hell. And they're putting DR women into a little bit of a competition there. So, Venezuela is very corrupted. It's a very corrupted country. I don't suggest any black men to fucking travel over there because there's a lot of racial tension there. Very much. You might as well go to DR because there's a lot of Venezuelan women there going there for work. If you're doing the P for P thing, that's what you want to do. Or if you want to hook up with Venezuelan women anywhere, I mean, they're flooded all over Dominican Republic. So that's one of the good things about going to these islands, because you don't just get just one specific type of breed, especially in Costa Rica. You get different types of women. I've met Brazilian women. You've seen the pictures of the Patreon when I showed you. Have you seen the pictures of the different women over there I met in Costa Rica?
Yeah, hold on one second. There's this motherfucker Hubble 2016. And I was trying to make the case here. Oshay hating on the queens. Nigga, fuck you. Let me tell you something, bitch. I'm talking about my experiences when I was out there. I've been there twice, nigga.
I told you was gonna get the names, bro.
Shut your motherfucking ass up, you punk ass nigga. I said my experience. I say it's true for everybody. I said they're worse than African American women when it comes to treating men. And I'm getting to the point, but if you wasn't such a fucking bitch ass nigga trying to run your motherfucking mouth, you dick sucking ass simp, you motherfucking ball gargling ass bitch, I can't hate you, motherfucking. I can't stand you simp ass niggas. I told you, motherfucker. Hold on, stop the goddamn show, nigga. Don't you ever in your motherfucking life come up in my motherfucking chat, bitch, talking about I'm hating on the queen. And whoever else that was agreeing with them, fuck you too. Get your motherfucking ass out of my goddamn chat room. I'm Oshay Duke motherfucking Jackson, and some of you niggas ain't never even been to Africa, ain't been to Africa motherfucking street. I was over there, and I can tell you that them bitches don't give a fuck about most of them niggas out there. The only motherfuckers they're over there really showing preference to is them white boys. So shut your musty mouth ass up, bitch. Okay, I'm sorry, brother. Let's go back to the chat.
That nigga probably got dots on his head like he's Krillin from Dragon Ball Z and shit.
No, the only reason why I was saying that is this, because everybody thinks that just because, you know what I'm saying, you go into a place that's in poverty, that the women are automatically going to be nice. That's not the truth. But what you were saying is the woman was actually, these Dominican women were actually catering to you, not just because they were poor, but as a man. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much, man.
They have more respect for men, right?
They got a lot more respect for men, especially American men. Because here's the thing. They have a lot more respect for American men than their own men in their own country. Okay. Because most of their men in their country don't really value the beauty and the essence of their women. There's a lot of men out there that physically abuse their women. I mean, like really bad. And do a lot of fucked up shit to their women. Like it's fucked up. And you know, you go to their country, you say to yourself, like, damn, these women are fucking beautiful. Why would you do something like that? You know? Mm-hmm. But it's just even with my lady that I'm with, you know, she told me straight up, like, she doesn't like Dominican men because of the way they treat them. But I mean, like, I'm not saying not all men are like that. Mm-hmm. Not all of the men are like that. I mean, to be honest with you, when I went over there, I met some of the coolest motherfuckers in the world. The Dominican men are cool as fuck. Yeah. They cool. They'll hang out with you. They'll show you the more women. But on some crazy shit too, if you go to Sosua, a lot of these women that's in Sosua, if you're talking about the pimping hoe game and you out there getting hoes and shit, a lot of these women come from different areas of Dominican Republic. You know, some of them may come from Santo Domingo, some of them may come from Santiago. That's in Sosua. But like we were talking about earlier, Oshay, and this is very much travel advice to a lot of men out there. If you're going to Sosua, please be prepared. That 98% of the women out there are hoes. Okay, they're looking for money. But the thing is, prostitution is legal out there. So it's a little bit different per se, because those people are trying to survive. We know that. It's fucked up. We know how it is. But at the end of the day, without the drama, without the confusion, if that's what you want, please believe it, you got to cough up a little bit of cash. women usually go about the most is maybe like $60.
Okay.
You know, you can probably get 2 girls for about $60-$70.
I'm gonna fuck Hubble 2016 bitches. He ain't got nothing. Let me do this real quick, dog. I'm gonna just read these super chats off. So we got 209 watching, 210. Shout out to the brothers, man. I got a question for you right now. Yeah, this is pretty good, man. This is my backup channel too, man. So it's active, man. I appreciate you guys. I'm pretty sure this video is gonna get a lot of views because this topic, these topics always do.
But you know, you can get some haters too, my man. You know,
yeah, Hubble 2016 with his bitch ass, you musty mouth bitch.
Musty ass niggas.
Musty nigga. You wake up and your thoughts stink, motherfucker. Let me do this real quick. Eric P.
Felt like evaporated milk and shit.
My boy Eric P. $4.99 super chat on the iFeezy. He says, Andrew, do you still keep in touch with the Tony dude, the dude you went to Costa Rica with? Bro, I can't believe he would wear the same clothes for 3 days.
Fuck no. I don't fuck with that nigga. Fuck that nigga. Who gives a fuck about him? A bitch ass nigga. Talk about I know P. Diddy and shit. Nigga don't know P. Diddy. P. Diddy these nuts. Fuck out of here.
All right. So you got your answer. Shout out to you, bruh. My man, Full Circle. We supposed to do a show, but he's too busy in Hollywood. Andrew, what up? Full Circle, $5. Thank you so much. My man, Raynaud Cherry. You guys know he's an OG, so both my channels always supporting, man. What area in Santo Domingo does Andrew recommend to get an Airbnb? There are many pockets of hoods. So where did you stay when you went to the Airbnb?
Santo Domingo?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, it's a long time ago, man, because that's like my first time traveling out there. You talking about my very first trip. I've been to Dominican Republic maybe like 9 times, bro. So, good God. Azua. In Santo Domingo, it's called Azua. Azua. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm sorry, but it's Azua. Azua. I stayed out there for maybe about like 4 or 5 days, and then I started traveling towards other parts of the country. But yeah, that was the first place I stayed. Very country like. It's really cool, really peaceful. I had no problems out there. And I wore my jewelry. I had no problems. Nobody fuck with me.
One second, real quick. Okay, so Scream got timed out. No, Scream was on my side. Y'all timed him out. He was talking about the other dude, man. Not me. I think he got timed out. I'm gonna make him a moderator. He was cool. He's actually a Patreon. I've been meaning to make him a moderator on both my channels. So Scream, shout out to you, man. When you come back, I think you got timed out on accident because I think they were thinking that you were talking about somebody else. And you were not. So shout out to Scream. He just hit me up on Patreon. Nah, Scream was on our side. So shout out. I think it was a confusion. Let me ask you this though, man. When you had these big booty chicks, right? Not that I'm thirsty, but you were smashing these big booty chicks that look like models and shit. Were you in Sosua or Hubble? No, you can't get back in. Shut your motherfucking ass up, nigga. Don't time him out though. He cool for right now.
Talking about for them niggas.
These big booty chicks, right? Did you? And shout out to my boy Freelance Ronan, Uncle Freelance, man, handing out the Uber Seats Pro, show him the door. Shout out to Freelance. These big booty chicks that you were smashing, right? Were they in Sosua or were they like? What was the best part that you were at?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Santiago. Yes, man. Better quality women. Sosua, I call it Sosua.
Why you call it that, man?
A lot of us dudes who's been out there and who are not rookies, who are very experienced veterans to that place, we call it Sosua. We call it Sosua because Sosua is at the very top of the island, very at the coastline of the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
It borderlines is Puerto Plata and El Cantante. Now, within those regions, there's a stripway. That's where all the hoes are at. That's the Sosua stripway. It's called Sosua. Now, the roads are fucking terrible. It's trash. It's very bumpy. It reminds me of New York. Like everything's so fucking crammed in and small and confined and shit. where I was staying at, I didn't stay on the stripway. I actually stayed a little bit more closer to the beach because the stripway is a little bit farther away from the beach. So I stayed in a resort, which was really nice, a nice area. But when you get into Sosua, especially at nighttime, it just looks so fucking ghetto. It looks so fucking rundown. It's so ghetto. They play a lot of hood ass fucking music, a lot of trap music out there. Believe it or not. I'm fucking serious, man. The whole place is blacked out. Man, let me tell you something, man. These Dominicans are so black. They're blacker than black itself, man. I'm telling you, man. They're so much into the American culture. It's not even funny. That's why I've always said in my videos that if you're going to ever date or get with a Dominican woman, make sure that she's far away from trying to adapt to American culture. And when you go to Sosua, that is a playground for men. That is also a natural resource for tourist attractions. Most of the stuff there is very expensive. Why? Because a lot of tourists go there. And to be honest with you, it all started out with white men. White people went down there. They started tricking on these hoes, treating them like princesses. I mean, like really tricking them hard, like giving them $150, $200 just to fucking smash and shit. You know, to where these women feel that they can go ahead and pull that off with black dudes that go there. Well, black men say, fuck you, we ain't paying no damn $200 for you, bitch. So they started lowering down the prices to where, you know, I got offered sex all the time. Bro, let me tell you something. When you're a fucking walking on that strip, Oshay, you're a fucking meat market. You have girls coming after you, grabbing your dick, grabbing your balls out of nowhere. Constantly, so many times I was violated. God damn. My dick hasn't been touched so many times in one night in my life by different women. Okay. And I didn't even smash. I was just walking down the fucking strip. Shit's crazy. I mean, women will come at you like, ooh, papi, ooh. Big fucking silicone titties, like fucking J-Lo, fucking implant bitches and shit. Kim Kardashian looking bitches. I mean, you got Asian looking Spanish bitches out there. Shit's fucking, it's bananas, bro. It's crazy. But they're bad as fuck. Like, you just like, holy shit. Like I said, man, you like a fat kid in a candy shop. There's so many varieties. Everywhere you go, it doesn't even matter. Even if you go into the bar and you're talking to the woman and you have a great conversation, yeah, you have a great conversation with her. But guess what? She's selling pussy. You go around the corner, right across the street, and you go to the grocery store in Sosua. Like, yeah, I want to get some milk and some eggs or whatever. You meet the cashier. Guess what? She's selling pussy. Okay. They're all selling. Everybody's got a price, bro. That's just how it is. Now, I can't say that for Costa Rica, because Costa Rica is a different experience. But if you want to talk about that in another video, we surely can.
Okay. Let me just do one thing, right? For those people, like, I want to say this real quick. Brothers, check this out, right? I want to give a shout out to, again, my man Andrew26101.
Yes, sir.
Hey, my boy Caribbean Freddie is in the building, man. So shout out to Caribbean Freddie, a long time supporter of Black YouTube, man. He's been on here for a minute, roasting LA and everybody, man. He's crazy. So go into the actual the description and subscribe to Andrew26101. He has 2 channels. Hit the bell on both channels, right? Because, you know, we want to help my man out. And then another thing that I want to do right now, I want to post this. We have a forum on the Negro Manosphere link, okay? Because you brothers have done a really great job supporting the streams, supporting us on Patreon. Now, I am subscribed to Andrew26101 on Patreon, but I want you guys to join the forum. It's in the description, and I'm going to be posting the Andrew26101's YouTube channel in here also. So, guys, we have the forum already up. This, with the money that you guys have donated to us, we have the blog. We have over 600 and some articles. We have 3 ebooks. We have a comic. Now we have the forum. So what we need for you brothers who like have been to DR, like Vision, like brothers like Don Sam, when they want to get their questions answered, if you brothers join the forum on Negro Manosphere, you guys can talk on the forum, and we put all these brothers on the same forum, and then you guys can kind of chat it up, right? So join the forum, register on the forum. There's nothing but black men on the forum. It's our own space. So you'll join up. I'll approve you. You can post topics on whatever that's there. So, and again, this is free, right? All you gotta do is just sign up for the forum, and you can be in there. Brothers are already going crazy in the forum already on negromanosphere.com. So go ahead and do that. So, Vision, I expect to see you there. Bad Lucifer, Hubble, bring your punk ass in there too, nigga. And then also, I'm gonna post my man's Andrew26101 in the channel already. Andrew, let me ask you this.
What's
So
up, bro?
now that you did all this, right? You locked one female down. She was in Santiago using the USA.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
what made you want to bring her back though? Because Helen, I keep seeing dudes like, yo, don't do that. Don't bring them back. Just only fuck with them over there. They're gonna change when they come back. Like, what made you say, fuck that? I'm gonna bring her over here with me.
Well, you know, the thing is, man, I've been rocking with Shorty for about 5 years, man, about 5.5 years. So I've been going back and forth, and I've been meeting her. I know her family very well. Um, we just clicked, man. It was just something different, man. And you know what? And it's not me talking down on my fiance. You know, she's very beautiful. She's fucking gorgeous. But I've been with gorgeous women, way beautiful than her. You know what I'm saying? She's beautiful too. But it wasn't just about the looks to me because I've been with bad bitches before. It wasn't about that. It's just she had the personality to go with her looks.
Okay.
And it was just super. It was just super. It was just there. The connection was there. And she rocked with me. You know what I'm saying? She took care of a dude just like any other females would take care of me, but she went beyond. And the fact that it wasn't the fact that she just took care of me, but the fact that she's a goal getter.
Okay.
Like she works her ass off. She gets money. And that's what I'm about. I'm a hustler too by nature. She's a hustler too. And that's what drew me to her. I need a partner like that. Every guy in this world needs a partner by their side that's just identical to them. If you can meet yourself a beautiful, attractive woman, you can say this too, Oshay. If you meet yourself a beautiful, fucking attractive woman that has the personality worth more than gold, you're going to keep that bitch. You're going to keep her. You're going to keep her on your team because guess what? You can't find that anywhere else. It's hard to find them types. You can find yourself an attractive woman that just want to hoe out and you can smash. Yeah, that's cool. We smash. We have a good time. But the fact that she's putting out something that's different, that's captivating.
Right.
You really can't find that out there. And I was like, you know what? I got to wife this chick. Fuck it. So I did.
So let me ask you this: like, did she ever ask you, like, you know, I want to come to America. I'm trying to come to America. Like,
no. The thing is with her was this. She didn't give a fuck if she came to America or not. She just wanted to be close to me. She even said, won't you come move to my country? She wanted me to actually originally move over there. She didn't want me to she actually didn't want to come over here. She actually wanted me to move over there.
damn. Okay.
Yeah. So when she said that stuff and she was dead serious about it, it made me think for a second. I said to myself, wow, she's real. This is real. I've never had that done before. Because most of the women that I talked to, even from overseas, either wanted money, just wanted money all the time. She was the first woman that never asked me for a fucking dime, bro.
Okay.
Never asked me for a dime. Only until she was getting close to coming over here when she needed some money, some assistance, which I did help her out. And that was cool. But throughout the relationship, at the beginning of talking to her, she never asked me for one fucking cent. And this is what I gotta tell my fellas this too. When you meet these women, especially on Dominican Cupid, my word of advice, try to be pen pals with a woman first. Especially if you've never been to the country before, or meet somebody who's traveled out there, who's got some experience, or somebody that you know who speaks Spanish, who you're cool with, that's traveled out there, that knows how the land is. If you haven't traveled out there, my advice, especially if you're single, meet one of these women off of the website, off of Dominican Cupid. Try to be friends with them first. Try to get a pen pal, girl, but don't try to get in a real. I know these bitches are bad. Don't get me wrong. Okay. You got to go on this website, and these women are gorgeous. They're so fucking fine. I know that. But try to not think with your dick. Think with your head first. Be friends with one of these bad-looking females, because guess what? When there's one, there's many. So that one could lead you into the promised land. Be friends with her first, and that will be your hookup. That will be your rendezvous. That will be your connection on getting around. When I went to DR, bro, the first time, I got connections with cab drivers. I got connections with people who are hooking me up with houses to stay for the low. I got so many connections out there. I got connections out there right now. Right now. If I decide to say, you know what, fuck it, I want to go to DR tomorrow, I already got a cab driver, personal cab driver out there that's willing to pick me up for the low. I already got a place to stay in Puerto Plata if I want to, a fucking house. I don't know if you've seen my video, my documentary video that I put out, Travel Boys. I got the Travel Boys series out there. I got Travel Boys 1, Travel Boys 2. Travel Boys 1 is featuring me and Marty. We were out there in Dominican Republic. That's actually my first time traveling with another American compadre. Because usually I do my travels on the low. I mean on the dolo. And the reason why is because I tend to just travel by myself. Even with my bad experiences with the fuck nigga that I was with in Costa Rica, that kind of like really pushed my way. And I've had a lot of people who subscribe to my channel that wanted me to, like, yo, Drew, I want to travel with you. When you going next time? And don't get me wrong, I don't mind doing shit like that. But the thing is, I've had too many bad experiences, and the reason why I don't travel with fans, I only travel with YouTubers. Like I'll travel with you, Oshay, with people that I know, is because these people are attuned to me. They know me. They know my personality. I don't know these people.
Okay.
So it's like I'm inviting myself into enemy's territory. So this could be an individual that doesn't like me. I could be traveling with them, and who knows what the fuck they could possibly do to me while I'm there. You get what I'm saying? No, I mean, that goes for anybody. I mean, it's just called protection. It's sad, but we live in a world and we live in a society like this that we just really can't trust people. So, I mean, I've had really bad experiences. I put my heart out there. I put my trust out there within people, and I got fucked over. So I've decided to say, fuck it. I don't do that shit no more. I just travel by myself. I do my documentaries. I mean, if anybody wants to meet me out there, that's cool. I'll meet you out there, but I'm not going to travel with you. Except for you, Oshay. I'll fuck with you, though.
You know you got to fuck with your play cousin, man, on the motherfucking show and shit.
Of course, man. I fuck with you, man. Hey, I retired out of DR, man. I hang my shit up, but I told my nigga Oshay, man. Remember we had this talk, man? I said, yo, I'm going to come out of retirement only for you, my nigga. If you decide I want to go to DR, man, I'm going to come out of retirement for you, though.
You got to do it, man. You're going to have to do it, man.
Might drive me out of retirement. If you do that, I will do that. I don't know. That's the only time I'll go back to DR, and we'll do like a documentary special. We'll do some fucking crazy shit out there, bro.
You know we got to do it, man. Let me do one thing. I just got to basically
it would be bananas.
Yeah, let me basically do something real quick. And I want to shout out to a brother, man, that just super chatted here in the show. Damn, it's raining in. Anthony Bush, thank you, man. $15 super chat. Thanks again, fam. He says that he basically can attest to what you're saying. Again, my man BP Thomas at BP Thomas, motherfucking trucking in the motherfucking building late night with your boy. Thank you so much, family. I appreciate you. You know, BP Thomas, man, we got to definitely get you in on one of those trucker hangouts, you know, because we got a new podcast. We're gonna come out with some of the truckers and stuff. You guys know I had the Truck Stop podcast. It's pre-recorded. Oh shit, it's Taylor Made Dreams out the Matrix.
Taylor Made.
Now he disagrees with you. Remember last week we supposed to do a show, right? Now he actually
what is Taylor?
Just bought he bought a house, man, in Sosua.
Okay. All right.
He has a pretty good travel channel. He's like, man, I want to debate this guy on why you shouldn't do it. But what ended up happening is you end up doing the show with somebody else, and I end up doing the show with him last week because we had a show. Me and you had a show. So let me do this. I
just want to say this, Oshay, real quick. You know, everybody's gonna have their different experiences on DR. So my experience may not be equivalent to anybody else's. You know what I'm saying? So I'm only going by what I've experienced,
right?
Me traveling. So everybody's experience may be totally different. So I mean, some people will say, "Oh no, fuck you, Drew. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. It ain't like that." That's cool. But like I said, I can't really speak on other people's experience and what they will experience out there. I just know how I move and how I play chess out there, and it's been working out for me just fine.
Okay, let me just do this. Shout out to my man, Justin Kudos. It's a great topic. Can Andrew recommend any clubs to go to Santo Domingo? I'm going there next month with a few of my boys from vacation. Shout out to Justin. Go ahead.
Passions, baby. Passions.
Passions. Okay.
Passion fruits.
And let me just do this real quick,
Hey,
man.
I'm just want to say real quick. If you're gonna go to Puerto Plata, because Puerto Plata, Disco Classico, that is the number one motherfucking club. I love that shit. You'll love it out there. Definitely check it out.
All right. So let me just do this real quick, guys. For those people who want to ask like questions like this all the time, you know what I'm saying, for the forum, right? This is where I want you guys to like 24 hours a day. You know what I mean? Let's get the forum hot, right? Because like I said, my man Taylor makes us the canary brothers.
I don't mean to cut you off, Oshay, but my channel's blowing up like crazy too because of you, man.
Oh shit!
Oh, yeah, okay. People asking me like, "Oh, where can I find the documentaries?" I'm letting them know, like, I'm a Patreon, man.
Yeah, you know, I'm a fan. I'm a Patreon of Andrew26101, man. So he has some good stuff on there. I watch the videos and stuff. So let me ask you this, right? Because here's what Taylor May was saying. He was like, "Yo, the first 2 or 3 months you get her to the USA, it's gonna be good. She's gonna be fucking your brains out, being wifey. 4 months, cool. 5 months, cool. 6 months, 7 months. Okay. Now, 7 months, but his position was if she's working with other Dominican people, those Dominican people, especially like if it's the other Dominican women, they're going to be sabotaging her, telling her like how she can get over on you in the American system. And then eventually she's going to change. She's going to change. She's going to change. And so what's your response to that?
If you are her significant other, she's going to respect you and she won't change. It's point blank. That goes for anybody. Like I said, I can't really speak on everybody's experience. I have plenty of men on my website who've actually married Dominican women. And I know men to this day who've been in relationships for over 10 years and they're still going strong and they've had no problems. So, like I said, you know, I'm sorry for those who've had those bad experiences because I don't wish that on anybody because, you know, getting married and doing the K1 visa, because I know a lot of people who've got married for overseas women who've done the K1 visa, no matter what country they are. It's a lot of stress, you know, because I'm in the process myself. It's a lot of stress, but at the same time, it's all about knowing the person who you're with. I mean, if you know the person who you're with and she's been rocking with you for the longest time, there shouldn't be any problems, you know. But like I said, it just really depends on the female. Not all women are the same. If you're able to, I'm going to say control. What's the right word to say? If you're able to let your woman know exactly how society rolls, then you're good. And as far as the whole let her be around Dominicans, I disagree with him on that because her being around Dominicans are the best thing that's ever happened. Because
why do you say that? Why do you say that? Because he's saying that they can sabotage her.
Why I say that is, would you rather her be around American feminized women, or would you rather to still be around culturalized women? See, my woman works in a salon. And most of the people that she works around with are married Dominican women, but she's not friends with anybody. She's only friends with me. But she socializes and she only talks to people on the job. So at the same time, she goes to work, she comes home, we communicate, we go out, we do things with each other. We're cool with each other. So like I said, my experiences is totally different from anybody else's. I can't really speak for anybody else's.
Well, let me ask you this. How long has she been in the United States? I know it's been at least more than 2 months.
Yeah. She's been in the United States since October.
Okay, since October. So about
about 5 months.
Okay, so you haven't noticed any changes in her behavior yet, have you?
Well, There's been a few changes. I'm not gonna
Like,
lie
like
to
what?
you. What you gotta understand too is that a lot of men think of it like this: that okay, well, she's gonna come over here. The things that men worry about is this. Okay, the number one things they're worrying about is, well, is she here just to use me for a green card? Is she just here just to get one ahead of me, or is she trying to take a family member over here, or is she just trying to get her papers so that way she can marry somebody over here, or whatever what the case is. Believe it or not, it is not that easy as you think it is. Okay, first of all, there's secrets and shit and stuff to this shit. Okay,
Okay.
even if you're on a 90-day visa and you so happen to get married, okay, she has to be committed in a solid relationship for 5 years with you, 5 years. But a lot of them don't know that. A lot of them don't know that. In order for you to pull the plug, and you can pull the plug, and you can always call immigration to get her ass back out there, back to her home, decides to do some foul shit. But 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna do that because number one is they don't want to go back to where they are. Because what the fuck is there? If you go to DR, Osha, you go with me to DR, you'll see exactly how the living conditions are. Okay. My girl stayed in a low class piece of shithole. Okay.
Okay.
And the toilet wouldn't flush. She was hanging her clothes on a rack to dry them. There was no washer, no dryer. I mean, it was really, really hood. So, from a woman to come from nothing to something, for her to bust her ass and pay $100 for rent is a lot of money. I mean, she was making $3 and some change, maybe every 3 days. I mean, it's hard, man. It's hard, and for her to not even be picky, for her to just be happy, just to be with me, just to be around me. And where we're living right now is luxury for her. Yeah, it's a nice place where we live at. Don't get me wrong. I'll upgrade it. But at the same time, um, this is like this is like the Hiltons, like the Grand Taj Mahal and shit. Like this is just some exclusive baller shit to her. To me, just a regular expensive place. But I mean, it's not no baller shit. But coming from where she's coming from, I can understand that. But like I said, I can't really speak on everybody's experience. Maybe your boy had some bad experiences with Dominican women, and the women that he got himself involved with. Um, I don't want to take nothing from his analytic views on things because I'm pretty sure he's a smart brother and he does his traveling and stuff and he knows his shit. But I think maybe just the certain women that he's dealt with, maybe he didn't really did more research on the type of women he was dealing with. So that's why he's assuming that all women are going to be the same if you bring them over here after 4 or 5 months. Um, I've had men that I know that I've gave plenty of advices to that have been married for over 10 years, man. I've had a guy who's been married over 10 years and he thanks me because because of my videos. He's met his wife. He's been with his wife for over 10 years, bro. He did the whole visa process, brought his wife over here, and things were good. He's been with her for over 10 years.
Okay.
So those claims are false, man. You can't go off of just one person's bad negative experience and say, oh, all women are the same, or all women are gonna be fucking you over like that. Are there women that's gonna fuck you over? Of course.
Right.
Of course. That's everywhere. But you can't say all of them is gonna be like that because I mean there are a few out there that really do want a good relationship.
Let me do this real quick and shout outs because Taylor May, I think me and Taylor May was supposed to do a show at some point. Maybe we could get a kind of like
Shout out to Taylor Made, by the way.
he
Appreciate
be
his.
doing his thing on his channel, man. Like
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out though.
yeah, his channel's a shit, man. He came on with me twice on my main channel, and he puts in work, man. I sent some people over there. My man right now, Cherry, he know his comment is to all this. He goes dot 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 dot. Shout out to right now, Cherry for 989. My man, Taylor Made Dreams Out the Matrix. Love you, brother, man. We gonna hook up, man. Like we got to. Shout out to my man Ricky E245. Good interview. Where's the best place to go in DR? Okay, let me answer that real quick before we do that. This is what I'm talking about. Vision, fam. I need you brothers who have traveled to join the forum, right? Let me just say this real quick. The reason why I have the forum is because there's no place, like all you brothers have been so many different places. Okay, but we don't have any place for black men that we can just comment on the forum about good places to go, right? Like my man Vision, he's been to South Africa, he's been to Santiago, all of that. If we have the forum, we can give the lowdown, Airbnbs, places to stay, people to contact when you get there. I'm gonna do one for Kampala, Uganda. And so if you guys join the forum, we can share information, right? And that's the thing. So the forum is Negro Forum. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. The forum is forum.negromanosphere.com. And then all this information, if you get, we can share it and compare notes for black men. We could just do that and we can interact on the forum, guys. So that's why, the super chat money and the Patreon money, we put this into the website so you guys can have a space where you guys can talk about this and anything and share information. So that meant, if you go places, and shout out to my man Robert Nolan. That's how we do it. So, brothers, do me a favor, sign up for the forum, go in there and post what you want to post and shit like that, and then we'll get into it. You know what I'm saying with all this. Let me go ahead and say this real quick. Now, Andrew, let me kind of get back to you, right? Let's talk about this visa situation. What is a K1 visa, dog?
A K1 visa is a fiance visa, which lasts for 90 days. Now, you can also get an extension on it. I was actually going to do a video about this on the Patreon too, but I'll go ahead and express a little briefly on how it goes on here. Pretty much what you do is it's a lot of government shit, a lot of government work that you have to do, put into play. Mm-hmm. What you would have to do is you would have to fill out an affidavit. You have to fill out an I-9 form. You would have to have at least 3 years of previous employment. Okay. Because if you're planning on sponsoring your fiance, or even if you don't want to decide to go down the K1 visa route, you can do the K2, which is the visiting visa, which allows your significant other or your person of whoever you want to bring over here to stay over here for 90 days, which I was on. And they can go back and forth. After 90 days, they can go back and, they can come back and forth in and out of the country. That you would have to pay every 90 days. Well, that's just for the flight. You have to pay for the flight every 90 days. And I think to renew the visa, I think there's a separate price on that.
Okay.
Well, I'm not too sure how that goes. I mean, it's a little bit complicated, but I do know that you do have to pay for the flight every night, obviously, because you're paying for her to go there, even if it's one way. She can stay wherever she's coming from, no matter what country she's in. She can stay there for the minimum is 1 day. Okay, so after the 90-day period, if you're on a K2 visa, she has to stay out there for at least the least amount is a day. And then after a day, then she can come back and aboard, come back, enter into the United States, go through the procedures of customs, because she'll go through the whole baggage claim and sign her immigration papers, and they'll bring her to a room, ask her questions. The feds will be in there asking questions. Well, why is she here? How long is she staying for? Look at her passport. Yeah, I renewed my visa. I just, 90-day passed by. I'm coming back again. Cool, no problem. The first time is always a hassle. Because for me, when I got her here, 90 days, well, it wasn't that crazy, because it for the most part it is. But for me, I actually got it good. I actually had it pretty easy, because when I went inside the room, we were there for like maybe a good 30 minutes. And after that, that was it. They checked the passport, asked her why she's here, blah, 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 90 days. Okay, no problem, go. So as long as you do the proper procedures right, my best advice, if you want information on visas, K2 visas, whatever, such and such, definitely go to rapidvisa.com. rapid visa definitely will get you more guys of an insight on what you can do, whatever type of procedures you're doing to, get your lady over here or whatnot.
Okay. How much is all this gonna cost you, man? Like, you know what I mean, as far as money and everything else.
Uh, oh, it depends on what you're doing, man. I mean, it's gonna cost you some money. It will cost you money. You got to make sure you have a stable job, man. It's gonna cost if you're going for a K1 visa, like a fiance visa, you're looking about anywhere from $1,200. There are websites you can go to, like Rapid Visa, where you can do in monthly installment payments of $130 a month.
Mhm.
They would go ahead and do all the procedures that you need by going. Cause see, I had to do a lot of shit, man. I
Okay.
mean, if you're doing a K1 visa, you've got to go through Homeland Security. First of all, you got to get clearance through Homeland Security because you are sponsoring an illegal alien into the United States of America. So you got to go through Homeland Custom insurance, Homeland Custom uh, clearance in order for her to get through here. You got to make sure that she's got to go through her shots, make sure she doesn't have any ill diseases or anything, or she's not bringing any type of bacteria, any type of diseases back into this country that will cause a fucking zombie infection. You know what I'm saying? Or some crazy shit like that, like Ebola or some crazy shit. Because America's very tight on things. They don't want no motherfuckers that are illegal in this country. They got to go through all the process. They got to go through medical exams. They got to go through shots. Also, within that process, there's you got to meet with the counselor of that country that you're in. So when you meet the counselor of that country that you're in, there's 3 interviews you have to go through. There's one interview where it's just her by herself, and they're talking with her, asking the questions about you and where you're going and why you're going over there and such and such and such.
Mhm.
Um, there's also a K3 visa, which is a business visa, which you can also sponsor. Usually, a lot of Dominicans and Costa Ricans, Cubans, or people who have family members over here, they somehow, if they have business, like family members that have businesses, if you have a business, they can sponsor a person of a family member over there easily by claiming them. It's kind of the same way, but what it is, it's you're doing more of a sponsorship of trying to what's the word, sponsor. Say for instance, if you have a family member over here
Mhm.
and you have a business, um, they can be on the 90-day process too, and they can come over here on a traveling visa. It's a traveling visa. Um, that person of business has to indicate how much money they're making within a year.
Mhm.
They also have to put something of collateral on the line. So just in case, if that individual doesn't return back to their country, they will confiscate whatever that's valuable of them, even if it's their house, of their car. So it's a guaranteed sure that motherfucker is going back to their country, because whoever owns a house or a business, they ain't trying to lose that for nobody.
Right.
And not just that, but once they come over here with a traveling visa, they'll also have a worker's permit, so
Mhm.
they're able to work on the time that they're here. That's why when you go to resorts, uh especially in Orlando where I live, there's a lot of resorts out here that have a lot of foreigners, a lot of people from Venezuela, Colombia, Dominican Republic, Nicaragua, Haiti, um, everywhere around the world that are there with a worker's permit.
Okay.
They're there for 90 days. I don't know if you ever talked to the housekeepers there in these areas, but they'll work there for 90 days and they'll go back to their country and they'll come back because they're on a worker's permit. Sometimes their work or their job can sponsor them after they get their traveling visa, because if they do a good job and they're working for a company that likes them, the company could sponsor them. So the company can keep sponsoring them throughout the whole year, and they don't have to even pay for a dime. The company pays for it. So that's how you got a lot of illegal immigrants over here, because they're getting sponsored through through companies. But a lot of these foreigners that are illegal immigrants that are over here, a lot of them are, especially housekeepers, they're thirsty. They will be thirsty to any American man they come across. Of course, they're going to be nice to, because them bagging an American guy, no matter what race you are, it's like a golden ticket for them. Because then, shit, I can get my papers, I can get married. But that's not the whole reason why because they don't need to necessarily marry an American man to get their papers. Because I think after some time, if they visit here for a while and they're here on good grace, they can apply for their citizenship while they're still here visiting on their traveling visa. But there's so many other ways of going about it where you can visit the United States. There's so many visas that they have out there. They have traveling visas, K-1 visas, fiance visas. The list goes on.
Let me ask you this. It is like 6 a.m, so I'm not gonna stay on too much longer. But
That's your time.
yeah, man, I got class in 2 hours. I haven't even went to sleep yet, dog. But let me ask you this. You know, what about like people who might want to like, thinking like, man, next thing you know, she gonna want to get her brother over here, she gonna want to get her cousin over here and all that other stuff. Like, you know, and shout out to my man Rick B for the super chat. 5 hours. I didn't get a chance to talk about him real quick. But do you think like oh, I know what I gotta ask real quick. Good interview. Where's the best place to go in the Dominican Republic? That's what I wanted to mention from my boy Ricky E245.
Okay, Ricky E245, the best place to go in Dominican Republic. Before I even go there, I want to give a shout out to people in my chat room too, because I know I'm being very disrespectful. People hit me up left and right too here too. Okay. Shout out to Don San. Don, I think he might be one of your YouTubers, man, because I've never heard of this guy. I think he might just maybe he's been following me for a while. I don't know, but I just want to give a shout out to everybody that's on my live streaming right now, because I'm also live streaming you too as well, Oshay. So people are very much tuned to the show. So I want to give a shout out to everybody that's live on the show too. So the question was the best place to go to Dominican Republic for exactly what?
I think like maybe for like I'm assuming he means for like women or something like that.
For women?
Yes.
There's women everywhere, bro. There's everywhere in that island. But I mean, it depends what you're looking for. Like, I mean, if you're looking for, look, I'm gonna say it like this too. If you're gonna do the women thing, that's cool. Okay. My suggestion is start off with Dominican Cupid, talk to women off of there, so that way you can get more of a better aspect of how the women roll. Mm-hmm. If they're asking for money up front, do not give women any type of money whatsoever before you meet them, because that's the stupidest shit in the world. A lot of women will play these little games and try to get money out of you. Do not send any type of woman, any type of money to any fucking female that's asking for $100 to pay for my schooling fee or my hospital bills. Fuck that shit. That's all fucking game. Don't fucking fall for that. For women, depends on what you want. I mean, if you're trying to just bang for your buck, Sosua, definitely Sosua. Boca Chica is one of those places too in Dominican and Santo Domingo. If you're looking for play, you just want to smash, you want to have a good time. I don't suggest anybody going to Punta Cana. Punta Cana is a nice place too, but that's a tourist attraction. Everybody talking about Punta Cana. Punta Cana is just overly expensive. The cab fares are expensive. There's an adult resort that's there that I've been to. It's fucking beautiful as hell, but it's not worth it. Okay. I mean, you spend. Don't get me wrong, they'll treat you like a king. Well, I went on a business trip because I they fucking paid for my ass to stay there. So I didn't fucking pay it down. I was like, fuck it. I just went on a business trip. So when I was out there, I stayed at the adult resort because I had a place to stay. I had a place of choice because I won this business trip thing. So I stayed at the adult resort, and there's live shows, there's strip clubs. They have women lined up in the resort waiting for you. You can do whatever you want with them. That's all included inside your resort. It's about $1,000 a day for staying at this resort. I mean, it's a high class, high-end resort. I mean, it's like there's a fucking pool inside your fucking room. Okay, there's a circle pool. Like, yeah, you ever watched the movie Scarface, Oshay?
Yeah, I have. It's been a long time since I watched it though.
Okay, Tony Montana. Remember when he had like a fucking jacuzzi in his bedroom?
Yes.
That's exactly how it is in those resorts. But guess what? There's resorts in Sosua that you can spend for $115 a night and have a whirlpool inside your bedroom.
Yeah,
I
you were
found that.
telling me about that, bro.
I got that on the Patreon website, bro. I've got it. I got it on my link. I've got links to where you can fly to any different countries and you can make down payments on an airfare, on a ticket, where you don't have to pay for the ticket up front. You can make down payments on it. I've got
Wow.
access to air. I've got all that type of access that I put out there for men that's trying to travel, trying to get good deals, trying to get places for food to eat, all that, man. That's why I tell people to subscribe to my Patreon, man. I got it all there.
All right, yeah, man. Because I will say that you definitely have a
But
good
you,
Patreon. Go ahead.
you gotta ask the brother though. You gotta ask him like what is exactly specifically he's looking for. Because if he's looking just for having fun and on a cheap basis, and you don't have to really break your pockets,
Mm-hmm.
Sosua. But I'm gonna tell you this though, Sosua doesn't have great quality women like Santiago do. Because women are kind of like they're average, but Santiago, oh my god, beautiful. Oh my God, some of the most beautiful, sexy Santiago and Santo Domingo have the baddest bitches in the world. I'm gonna be honest with you, badder. You have a better time in Santiago. It depends about you. You'll find yourself regular chicks in Santiago, but they're bad as hell. Santiago, Santo Domingo, those are my two favorite choices. Those are the places that I highly recommend people to go and visit.
All right, let me just do this, man, because again, we got 213 people watching. Brothers, man, I see some of you guys are watching both streams at the same time, so thank you for going over and subscribing to the channels. Both of his channels are in the description, so I need everybody, again, go in and check his channels out, right? In the description, his main channel's there. Click on the link, hit the bell, and then the live stream channel, go in and hit the bell. All right, brother. So go ahead and do that. And then for those of you, meet us on the forum. We're pushing the forum. We're going to have some contests on the forum, some polls on the forum. We're going to get very interesting. I just want to say this, man. I know it's pretty late, at least for me, or pretty early. So I want to just thank, Andrew26101 for coming on. We've been trying to do a show, and then sometimes like he'll have a show or I have a show. I know me personally, I stayed up tonight because we was going to do a show, and then I had to get through other shows. So I have a lot of people that's trying to work with me in Black YouTube every day.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah, don't forget to tell them that. I just want to make an announcement too, man. I don't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
Sorry, apologize. But yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of people subscribing to the new channel. I appreciate it, Oshay, man. I mean, definitely do. But the channel that I'm now live streaming on, I mean, that is just my live streaming channel. My other channel is my original channel, just because of YouTube got this little copyright shit going on where I can't live stream for my original one. So yeah, I appreciate the fact you told them to subscribe to both, because definitely appreciate that.
Yeah. So guys, I'm always like super busy with, working with, bigger YouTubers. Like I just got to work with Brandon Tatum. He has 70,000 subs. I got a show with brother Ben X from the Nation of Islam. He has like almost 100,000 subscribers. So guys, I got shows like lined up, and I got Wody Maya from Ghana pretty soon. He's in China right now, 50,000. So I have like so many people that I'm trying to get through. So I'm trying to knock all my shows out, stuff like that. So I think you guys are rocking with me. So tomorrow I might take tomorrow off because I'm trying to recover. I gotta
get some rest, my man.
Yeah, I already promised Donovan that I'll be on his show on Friday, and then me and Donovan have a show on Saturday and Sunday. So
you gotta get me on one of your Negro Manosphere shows, man. We definitely gotta chop it up and shit, man.
Yeah, the brother pills be popping, man. So we're gonna. Yeah, so we definitely gonna get you on there, man. So I just want to thank everybody. It's Taylor Made Dreams in the Matrix. So you guys, for those people, again, keep subscribing to this channel, and also, man, join the forum, right? If you guys have information, like my man Vision is in the UK, I'm in Poland. That's why we put the forums out for the brothers, right? I just want to make this appeal. A lot of times when we talk about supporting Black men, we don't necessarily always mean money, right? Money is good and subscribing is good, but a lot of times with the YouTubers, that what we need to know is, what I'm saying, when we put out the videos, just watch it if you can. And also, a lot of times as YouTubers, we create other avenues for our subscribers. That is, in our case, like we have a website or a blog, or we have other things that you guys can use. And we really want you brothers to take advantage of the stuff. Like Jada Black has a blog. I have the Negro Manosphere in the forum and the comic and stuff like that. So these are the things that we like for you brothers to like take advantage of, because you're actually whether you guys know it or not, when you support the streams by watching or sharing a video or donating, you are supporting the things that we have offline. So we're just trying to build more resources and collaborations, like with people like, TaylorMade or Andrew. We put these shows together so that we can, basically give you entertainment and on information that you want. So if you other brothers have knowledge, that's what the forums is for, because sometimes people might have a question, somebody might be able to answer it. So that's what we're doing. So thank you guys again. Anything else you want to tell them, Andrew?
Yeah, well, not really much here. I mean, if you guys do want to know more information on traveling updates, and I don't just go to Dominican Republic. I go to Costa Rica. I go to other places too. Just follow me on Patreon, subscribe to my channel. Definitely, we'll chop it up from there.
All right. I just activated the last two people, Nathan and Vision. So you guys are now activated on the forum. Go ahead and post and stuff like that. Again, Andrew, thank you so much. Thank you for the brothers. We had almost 20 brothers join the forum today, 20 yesterday. So thank you, brothers. I really appreciate you. And thank you again, Andrew, for coming on, fam.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Anytime, you know how we do.
Yeah, he might be on tomorrow. So peace out, y'all.
All right, man.
Peace.